Hello, beautiful and amazing people. This is Veronica of Higher Realm Holistics. I wanted to address my least favorite part of Ascension. This goes out to my light workers, whether you are a starseed light worker or an earth soul light worker. I cannot stand, and I have issues adjusting to what I call the desert place. The desert place for me is that space in between breakthroughs. Like you've just had a great breakthrough, you're chugging along, and then bam, everything stops. And like I said, for me, it's very abrupt. And then you're in that desert place. And then you're waiting for whatever to come in to have your next breakthrough, to get to that next level. So right now, us light workers, especially the forerunners, not all light workers are forerunners, but us light workers, all of us light workers right now, we're in one way or the other in whatever aspect of our life, because I've spoken to many light workers. All of my clients have been light workers, all of them, without any question, they've been light workers. Different stages of light workers, like whether you're a forerunner or you're, a third waver, second waver, first waver, they've all been light workers. And we're all at this spot, like I said, of going through the eye of the needle. The forerunners right now are going through the eye of the needle. You have the second and third wavers who are right behind us, or bringing up the rear. And the majority of us, we're in this desert place right now, between breakthroughs and whatever aspect of our life. For me, it's every aspect of my life because I'm a forerunner and a Blu-ray. So what the direction I receive from my oversoul is, when I get to this desert place, is I have about maximum a week to lick my wounds, to bitch and moan and complain. And then I have to stop and smell the roses, chill out, go out, de-stress, go for a swim, go out dancing, do things I love, and then get back to work. But the work you do in the desert place is for me, is very different for the work that I'll be doing once I have my breakthrough. And I was guided by my oversoul to share this, because there are many people going through it. I've had several clients recently, including my own sister, and we're all in this desert place in one aspect of our life, or all aspects of our life, in my case. And what I've been doing and guided to do is, after the bitching and moaning and licking of the wounds, and then the stopping and smelling of the roses, the work that I have to do in that desert place, which I was told is the work that all of us light workers have to do in the desert place, is to focus on being that light, to take our personal journey and share it and be that light. And for me, for the majority of us now in this age, this day and age, is to write, to make videos. It's a very personal thing. It's a very private thing. You're basically working on your own. It's a lot of self-reflection for me. It's a lot of self-reflection coming out of my Lightworker, Starseed, Master, Blu-ray closet. For an example, the last big break that I had, desert place break that I had, I knew that my job was abruptly going to come to an end. The job I had at the time was abruptly going to come to an end. I was like, geez, I never know how it's going to come. I just know it's coming. I'm given a warning. And I was told when this happens that is when I'm supposed to start my blogs and do my videos for Divine Young Souls, which is the story and epiphanies and different things I was insights I was given during my awakening in the beginning of my ascension process. I went out for my lunch break, fell asleep in my car like I usually do, and on my way back through the parking lot, I was cutting across the grass. Somehow my foot literally felt like somebody was underneath the ground and grabbed the tip of my foot and dragged it into a gopher hole. Don't even know how that happened. Dragged into a gopher hole, and as I was trying to pull my foot out, I fell backwards. Needless to say, I heard a snap. But of course, my oversoul always has someone on the ready. Something's always on the ready. Just as that happened, a physical therapist was walking by who helped me up, grabbed a wheelchair, and wheeled me into the ER. Me being the stubborn person I am, I'm like, just wrap my foot. I don't want painkillers. Put me back in the heart unit where I was working at the time. Of course, towards the end of the day, my foot was the size of an elephant's foot. And I ended up on disability for a while. Actually, not disability, workman's comp. I ended up on workman's comp for almost a month. And during that time is the time I had to write that blog. I mean, the insights were flowing in. I get my information via telepathy. All of it was flowing in, and I was just writing nonstop. And I was like, okay, but how am I going to live? I have children to take care of. And I was told, you will be compensated. You will be compensated. Now, people know, we all know workman's comp is garbage pay, okay? It was literally like a quarter of what I make. So I was like, great, this is not even going to pay so much. It'll pay my car note. That's it. So what ended up happening is I got the workman's comp, did not know where the other money was coming from, and then I was guided by Jesus the Nazarene. That's how Jesus Christ comes to me. He introduces himself as Jesus the Nazarene. He was the one guiding me and giving me all these messages to write when it comes to Divine Young Souls. He's the one who guided me through that whole thing. And he was like, call your sister. She has a message for you. I'm like, what the heck? I called my sister who lives in Atlanta. And I said to her, you know, apparently you're going to help me get some money that I need right now. And she's like, oh, funny you said. I just saw a commercial about people who, you know, the government owes money to in these accounts, blah, blah, and the bank owes you money. She goes, I was just looking up our names. And as she was saying that, she pulled up my name. And sure enough, this bank from this house that I owed. I used to own this home. And apparently they owed me several $1,000s. So I was like, this isn't for real, this isn't for real. And she gave me the information. I went online, filled out the form, and sure enough, within 2 weeks, I got this check. So I was like, holy cow. But I had to sweat it out. I literally sweated out for the entire month, not knowing where my bills were going to come from, paid everything late. So that is the whole, that's my story. That's the last one. Now I'm going through it again. I'm going through this desert place again. And I already did the bitching and moaning for a good week, licking my wounds. And then I've stopped and smelled the roses, had a great old time. And now that's why I started making these videos again, because I was guided. I'm like, okay, now time to get to work. Time to get to this type of work again, because I have to complete this before my next breakthrough, because my next breakthrough will be 5D as a forerunner. It will be 5D come October. So, and then I will get my compensation. I was already told how I'm going to get my compensation. And again, it was a crazy abrupt end to my job. I'm out here in New York doing a contract, and it was ended abruptly. But the way it's arranged, the way my oversoul and source creator arrange it, is that I am getting paid the rest of my contract. They're going to have to pay me off the rest of my contract, and for 10 more weeks. And for that 10 weeks, this is the work I have to do, which is how it usually goes for me. So I'm just telling you guys this story because I know it will resonate with somebody out there. If it doesn't resonate, then that's cool too. You know, I'm sure you'll find somebody that will resonate with you. But this is what's going on. And just to use another example, my other sister, who's a band member, she has her own band. But I've told her for the past 15 years, she's not going to make it big until she's on her own. She can't keep hiding behind a band. And she's been doing this forever, hiding behind a band, and just going through all these different musicians and stuff. I'm like, I'm just laughing. I'm like, it's never going to happen. And then I'm like, we're at the point where we're about to cross over, so everything's going to drop for you, And then sure enough, the same time, the 9th of August was when my contract was canceled. That same week, both her band members quit. One is going off to college in California. The other one is going off to a new job over in Europe. And she's like, that's it. I can't do this anymore. I'm like, you can't, because you won't be able to. You're not going to get to the next level if you don't step out front. So now she's done the bitching and moaning, licking the wounds. Now she's stopping and smelling the roses, trying to, sow her oats, feel herself right now. So, and then she's going to get to work, which she's already starting. She's already booked a gig on her own, which is going to start, of course, come the fall. So I hope everyone gets something out of this. And if anyone's interested in spiritual counseling, holistic or integrative health, or energy healing, go to my website, higherrealmholistics.com. Or if you have any questions, or if you're in any crisis right now, you could post the comments and I'll answer you back. I'm trying to do my best on that because that's part of my gig right now, as I'm in my desert place. Or if it's a more sensitive topic, you can email me and I'll make sure to answer you back. Namaste. Hang in there. We're almost there, forerunners, light workers, all the love in the world.